Here's a theory. How many Jackie Speiers are there? Well, let's see. There's one Jackie Speier who, in this time when so many talk of family values, she's walked it, caring for aging parents, anchoring a successful marriage, raising 2 wonderful children. Then there's Jackie Speier in Washington, D.C., an extraordinarily accomplished legislator, offering a clean and common sense voice so welcomed in these times. She was the first to effectively shine a light on the scourge of sexual assault in the military, and she has led the fight to protect those who give so much to defend us. Then there's the Jackie Speier who's our friend and neighbor right here, spending the night in a homeless shelter, in a women's prison, organizing seniors on the move, working for an endless number of constituents, and making so many of us feel we're just as important to her as her family. That's at least 3. That goes way beyond multitasking. That is an incredible accomplishment. We're fortunate to have all of them with us this morning. An honored guest. Please welcome Congresswoman Jackie Speier.
Thank you, Ted. I feel like 3 Jackie Speiers. Well, what a thrilling morning for all of us. Gina, wherever you are, you inspire us. You are why we are all here. And you deserve every success that comes your way. And to you and Teresa, you are problem solvers. And that's why we are here today. Homelessness isn't a sin. It isn't a failing. It isn't permanent. It's just a problem to be fixed. Ted mentioned that I spent the night at the homeless shelter on Maple Street this year. And I did that. Let's hear it for Maple Street. And I did that so that I could get a better sense of what it was like to be homeless. And I came away from that experience totally transformed. The first couple I met, both were employed. One working in the bakery at a grocery store, the other working at a local office supply store in their warehouse. And I thought to myself, the person that may be bagging your groceries could be homeless. And we assume that everyone has the same lives that we have. I then spent some time with a probably 50, 55-year-old man in shorts who was a tennis pro. And what really struck me about him was he worked at the tennis club that my late husband had played tennis at. But what really struck me was that he spent 2 years in Orange Avenue Park in South San Francisco, the local park that I used to play in as a child. And he spent a year in the bus shelter outside my grammar school. And then the third gentleman I spoke to around 12:30 in the morning was a man who was getting paid a 6-figure salary at Oracle. Went into a downward spiral, was an Iraqi vet, went into the Menlo Park rehab program. And he turned to me in the wee hours of the morning and said, "You have no idea what my country forced me to do in Iraq." And he didn't have to say anymore. So the homeless people in our communities are the people that bag our groceries, that fight for us in far-off places, that were employed doing any number of things, but are now trying to find shelter in the places where we take our kids to play. We can fix this problem here in San Mateo County. We have a responsibility to do it. We are the 3rd wealthiest county in the state. We can do this. So blessed are the problem solvers. At your table is a card that says you can change lives. Each of us today can change the life of another Gina, of the Rosario family, and put them back on their feet. So I want you to take a couple of minutes right now, open up that card. There's one for each of you. You don't have to share. There are pens at the table. And I'd like for you to change someone's life. And if you fill them out, you can put them in the basket in the middle of your table. If you need to take them home, you can certainly mail them in. Now we'll go on with our program.